Larson to the bottom of the track.
Slide job.
Trying to take the lead away.
Slide job.
Shades of Keselowski and Ambrose all over again. Buescher gets on the inside of SVG.
And Kenza cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenza takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
Busch goes low. Burton blocks. He gets back up. Comes to the line. Jeff, your little boy, has done it. Harrison Burton wins in Daytona.
Larson has cleared him. Allgaier, look at his hands. Now looks to the
Here
bottom.
comes Larson off turn 2. Larson's got the run down the back.
Can he win 2 days in a row?
The rookie.
Can he battle Kyle Busch 2 days in a row?
He battled him yesterday and beat him.
Here he comes. Diving to the inside. Kyle took the block. He blocked him.
It's the Kyle and Kyle show off, turn 4.
How many times we seen this? This is like 4 or 5 times these two guys have battled each other for the victory.
Busch the veteran, Larson the rookie. Kyle Busch wins California.
Al, what was your thought about Keselowski's little pre-race declaration?
Who?
Brad Keselowski?
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. He drives the number 12 car.
I saw it, but I passed it.
Hello guys, and welcome back to Calamity Corner. This is now episode 8, and I'm joined again from Kyle. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man?
Hey, nice to be back on again. This is awesome.
Of course. So last time we talked about Chicagoland. We got into the Austin Hill SVG beef. We talked about Toyota's dominance. So now we will get into the in-season tournament. And there have been some, I wouldn't say upsets per se, because we've had some teammates battle each other. We've had, let's see, Chase Elliott. He eliminated Michael McDowell. I don't think that's a surprise.
No, not really.
So the teammates that I really want to talk about is William Byron eliminating Kyle Larson. I knew coming in that would probably been the best battle of the in-season tournament, besides Gibbs and Chase Briscoe. But due to Kyle Larson's unfortunate spin, William Byron eliminates Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
Some other updates from the in-season tournament. Denny Hamlin eliminates Eric Jones. I don't think that's a surprise. Would you say that's a surprise?
No, not at all. Not in the slightest.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney eliminates SVG. Now, the thing about SVG is he's shown a lot of speed on the mile and a half this season, at least earlier in the season. So I thought he would have been able to compete with Blaney because Penske's mile and a half program doesn't seem to be on that level of like Chevrolet or Toyota per se. Are you surprised about that?
I mean, so yeah, I mean SVG. I didn't in my own bracket. I didn't have him beating Blaney anyway, so no, it doesn't shock me. Mm-hmm. I'd love to sound like a genius right now and say that I got every one of these right, but I didn't. But that one I did. I can tell you I did get right, but no, this result doesn't shock me because Blaney, even though you mentioned Ford and Penske hasn't had the best mile and a half package, Blaney has consistently been the best Ford driver all year long.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the only one that's running up in the top 10, top 5, top 10 pretty much every week wherever we go it's been Blaney. Like he finished 4th at Sonoma. Mm-hmm. He was good at San Diego. He was, he is the most consistent Ford driver, and that's why he's 3rd in points with not even having that much speed and one win at Phoenix. Like,
yeah,
he's just a good driver, and that's a really good team. And honestly, the result doesn't shock me.
So we mentioned Chase Elliott eliminating Michael McDowell. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Mm-hmm. Christopher Bell eliminates Chris Buescher. Now, Buescher was really fast in the beginning portion of that race, but it seemed like the track as it went into nightfall, the track gets more, grip.
Mm-hmm.
Buescher fell off. Is that a surprise to you?
Yeah, I mean, so this one is kind of because Bell hasn't had like a great year, and Buescher has been top 10 in points all year, and other than Blaney, the second best Ford driver.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it does actually shock me, but then you look at the track record and you have the Gibbs guys, and shocker that the Gibbs guys showed up, right?
Yeah, the Gibbs guys somehow always show up, somehow.
But, and Bell finished second in that race, so,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to look at it, I'm sure we'll get to it, but that's a team to look out for here at the end part of the season, the 20 team.
For sure. Alex Bowman, the story of the in-season tournament. He eliminates Austin Cindric. Now, I wouldn't call this one a surprise, per se, because Alex Bowman was the defending winner of Chicagoland. And I know it was 7 years ago, different cars, different everything, but he was really good in this race. He was able to get a top 5 on speed.
No, I'm with you. It doesn't shock me at all. Of course, his win there came in the 88 car that doesn't exist for Hendrick anymore. Yeah. But that was 7 years ago. Just going to date myself right now. But yeah, I mean, that team has been the Ty Dillon of this year's in-season challenge, and let's be honest, though, Hendrick running 32nd in points. That was a bad matchup for Tyler Reddick at Sonoma, and let's see, him eliminating who did he eliminate?
Austin Cindric.
Let me check here. Yeah, him eliminating Cindric doesn't shock me because Cindric has. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of that number 2 team this year. Like sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're not.
But they're still holding a chase spot. So,
but Bowman's a Hendrick guy. You expect him to start performing like it, and I'm happy he is. Like if I'm being honest, I'm happy he is performing like a Hendrick driver because every year everybody wants to say boot him. No, if you're the 4th guy Hendrick, that means you're still a top 8 team in the sport. Like
he's just had such a rough start to the season too, with like his health stuff, getting vertigo, not being able to drive the car. I know that must suck, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think he's going to make the chase, but he's proving he deserves another shot next year in that car, in my opinion.
For sure. I agree with you. All right, so last 2 matchups for the in-season tournament. We got Todd Gilliland eliminating Carson Hocevar. Now, this one is kind of interesting because Zane Smith and Todd Gilliland are teammates. So would you say that had a hand in Zane Smith running into Carson Hocevar, or was it just something else?
I really don't think so. I think that dates back to the time when Hocevar and Zane Smith ran trucks together. Oh, yeah. Where Hocevar has been known to ruffle a few feathers.
Yeah.
And Todd Gilliland, I feel like the only reason he did win that, though, is because his teammate wrecked Hocevar.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Hocevar has had speed at everywhere we've gone. He even qualified second at Sonoma, which I think shocked everybody. But Hocevar,
second in Sonoma, second in San Diego.
Yeah, he's not a road course guy, so like, wow. But I mean, Hocevar's had a great year. He's 9th in points. Like, now just worry about racking up more points. It's not the end of the world for him. Yeah. It almost means more to Gilliland because they're a smaller team than Spire.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Todd Gilliland's going to face Alex Bowman, so who knows what's going to happen at Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta, anything can happen. Any driver can be taken out in a moment. All right, so for the last matchup that we had was, of course, Briscoe eliminating Ty Gibbs. That was one of those matchups where, like, you wouldn't be surprised if either driver won because they both drive for the same team. They're both really fast every week, so it just bound to happen, right?
Yeah, that's a tough one for Ty Gibbs. You ran 8th and then you got eliminated because your teammate
Won the
won.
race.
Like, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Like, most of the time and most of the matchups in the round of 16, you'd hope that you get somebody who runs maybe 20th. That was just a tough draw for Gibbs, but honestly, nothing hurt for him. Again, having a great year, being that talent that I think everybody knows he could be. Let's be honest. He didn't get that ride just because of the name on the building. He's really talented, and he's shown that this year.
Yeah, for
Being
sure.
4th in points. I mean, he got the most stage points at Sonoma.
Yeah, I feel like if he played that strategy differently too in Sonoma, he would have probably won the race.
Oh, he had the best car. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But my point being is Gibbs is this talented driver that is going to get many more wins. Is he going to win again this year? Not sure. To be determined. But that's just a tough draw that he got in the in-season challenge.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to the next segment, we will be talking about some drivers that are trending up. Now, this might not be a surprise to anyone that keeps up with the season. I got every Gibbs driver and 3 out of the 4 2311 drivers, even though Corey Heim is part-time. He doesn't run the full schedule, but he has won a race. He got a top 10 in Chicagoland. He's looking really good to be competing next year for wins.
Oh, yeah. Corey Heim, unless he has a season like Zillage has had, I expect him to be incredible next year. But, yeah weird Toyotas, every JGR and every 2311 driver, that's pretty 7 or 3 of the 4 2311 drivers. That's been the story of the season.
Yeah.
So it doesn't shock me at all that they're trending up. I mean, if you want to win a title, you have to beat Toyota. That's the bottom line. Ford and Chevy have to beat Toyota.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the championship is not that we could already get to the championship this year and it's already decided.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's at 1.5 miles in Homestead caters right to Toyota.
It does.
Big time.
Big time. All right, so last driver that I have trending up, we talked about him already. Alex Bowman, he got a top 10 in Sonoma. He got a top 5 on Chicagoland. It seems like the 48 team is finally looking like a 48 team and not just like a back marker, not just the 4th team at Hendrick. I feel like there could be more if they put their effort into it, and it seems like they have been.
Yeah, I mean, Bowman, that team has shown glimpses before. Like, all those people who want Blake Harris fired, like, why? The team hasn't had a chance over the last 2 years to really grow because Bowman's been hurt. There's been a lot of other stuff going on. Like, that team is going to figure it out, and they have figured out here in the summer to move them up to, where's Bowman in points? I'm looking right now. He's making gains on that cut line, I'm sure. Maybe not.
He's 29th in points. He's about 100 and some off the cut line.
So there's still 7 races to go, and I mean we're literally heading towards Calamity this weekend in Atlanta. So
funny you say
and
that.
He's a good speedway driver.
For sure.
He could. I wouldn't count him out towards making the chase yet, but
hey, he gets a couple wins. Some guys on the cut line have a couple of bad weeks. You can make up 100 points pretty easily. You've seen Denny do it on Reddick already. That was almost a 200-point lead.
And just top 10 him, just get top 10s and top 5s and you'll be fine. Like, yeah, I mean, and that's a Hendrick team. They're going to start performing like it, and they have it. So this result doesn't shock me, but it's just looking at all the people he's got to get around. Like,
for sure.
29th in points, as you mentioned, he's got to get around. He's got to get around Priest, Logano, Allmendinger,
which
Chastain.
aren't guys. At least this year, those aren't guys that you would like pencil into the chase. You know, like they're gonna earn it this year.
Yeah, and then Eric Jones. I don't know what to make of the legacy team anymore. They showed speed during the prime portion of the season, and then where did it go? Like, just fell off the face of the earth last week.
It's one of those seasons where you got to be consistent. You can't just take it in like a 6-race bunch. You got to be throughout the entire season. And I feel like as they grow more that'll start to happen. But there will still be growing pains for them because they're still trying to be a top team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they're doing it without the alliance that 2311 has with JGR, right? Like they're trying to build their own notebooks. Like that's hard. But
yeah, for sure.
I'm happy they've made the strides they have. But you show all this promise, and then Chicago comes and everybody wants to see if you have legit speed. Where are you? Like,
yeah, and I'm pretty sure.
Up front.
And I'm pretty sure Gibbs wouldn't want another team like 2311 because I feel like, and we saw this with like Furniture Row back then, that they competed with Gibbs every week, and then somehow, some way, they shut down. Which I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going to make a conspiracy on this podcast, but it's just interesting to see how Gibbs has competition and then a team just suddenly disappears out of nowhere after winning a championship.
Yeah, interesting, huh? I mean, I was watching NASCAR back in the day. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to put a tinfoil hat on either, but
we'll keep it.
I'll leave it at that.
For sure.
I'll leave it at that.
For sure. All right, so a couple of drivers we have trending down. Kyle Larson, I would say, trending down a little bit because he was 4th in points a couple of weeks ago. But then he had the self-spin in Chicagoland. Didn't even get an opportunity to recover. I feel like that chance was taken from him when he had to drive back to pit road. So now he's down to 6th in points, which is really where he's been all season. So I wouldn't say that's a surprise.
No.
But the surprise to me is the 43 race winless streak.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of Kyle Busch back in, I think it was 2020.
Yeah.
When he had went on this long winless streak when there was no practice or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he won Texas, and it's like, oh yeah, this is who that guy is. When Larson wins a race, we're all going to know who he is because he dominates races.
Yeah.
So, again, I mean, he's 6th in points. I feel like kind of getting to 4th in points now is kind of out of reach because Gibbs is a full race ahead of him. I mean, there's still a long way to go. But with how consistent the Gibbs team has been, I don't think Gibbs is going to give up that spot.
Mm-hmm.
But him and Elliott battling for 5th, that's going to be entertaining this week.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would honestly this week give the edge to Elliott. But over the course of the season, I'd give it to Larson.
Yeah.
Just because this week, Elliott's really good at Atlanta. But the rest of the tracks, I mean, Larson's won an all-star race. He's won the return to the Brickyard 400.
Yep.
He's good at Iowa, and he's going to be running in the Knoxville 360 Nationals when they go there to Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
The same weekend at Knoxville, which is only just an hour away.
Yeah.
If you haven't learned, I'm a big dirt fan too. So
that's great, man. More racing, the better. I'm trying to get into dirt racing myself, which is funny considering I'm a Kyle Larson fan and don't really watch dirt racing like that, but that'll change.
Richmond, he's won there not in this car, but in the Gen 6 car when he was back with Ganassi in 2017. New Hampshire, okay, whatever. That's probably not his best track. And then Daytona, whatever. We'll see. But most of these tracks favor into him, so I'd expect him to not necessarily win, but be in the top 5 in points by the end of the regular season.
For sure. Because the announcers always talk about when the Chase reset comes, you really want to be in the top 5 at least, because you'll have just a little bit of a gap to 1st and 2nd, and we'll see what happens.
And one other thing I want to point out, are the Toyotas due for some negative regression? I mean, and the Chevys due for some positive regression?
Listen, I'm hoping so. I don't want to wish bad luck on any team. I don't think that's the way to go about it, but who knows? Maybe Chevy catches up a little bit. They just catch Toyota off guard, and we'll see what happens.
I mean, because it's a numbers game, and you can't. I mean, we've seen it with Reddick already. You win 5 of the first 9 races, you're due to have some bad luck hit you, and it has.
Yeah.
So, can Denny, can JGR eventually? Is it going to start having bad luck? Like, you'd think so, but I don't know with how the season's going.
Speaking of bad luck for Toyota, one driver has seen that already, I feel like. And that points to my other driver that's trending down, and that's Tyler Reddick. So he has 3 bad finishes in a row. He pretty much wrecked battling for the lead in San Diego with Corey Heim. He had a mechanical issue in Sonoma. Had a mechanical issue. Well, he ran over debris, which put a hole in his radiator and his oil coolers. I wouldn't call that a mechanical issue. I would just say that's unfortunate luck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then that leads to him ultimately losing the points lead to Denny Hamlin some way, somehow, after he won, 4 of the first 5 races of the season?
And 5 of the first 9.
5 of the first 9. He has almost a 200-point lead. And now he's not the points leader anymore, which is very interesting.
It is, yeah. And honestly, I feel for that team. But that was in Sonoma. It's funny you mentioned that. That was his first last place finish since his rookie year.
Yeah.
So that's how consistent Tyler Reddick is, and this is courtesy of my friend Brock Beard, Last Car on Brock on YouTube and social media. But yeah, it's been weird to see that Reddick has fallen from grace like this. I mean,
yeah, you seem like he could do no wrong.
All things considered, though, you're second. All things considered, though, you're second in points. Darn, what a tough year. Won 5 races,
He wins Atlanta. He wins in Atlanta without a right front fender. Which
that's what
how?
I'm saying. If this is a fall from grace, it's tough because I feel like most of the other teams in the garage would love to have that.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's there's not much to complain about other than the fact that they're just going through the summer stretch. They're gonna find it. They're gonna be right in the championship hunt.
Yeah, they'll find it.
I think it's gonna come down to him and Denny for the title, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, so getting into EchoPark Speedway now, which is former Atlanta. It's a 1.5 quad oval, a lot of speed, a lot of drafting. It's basically a mini Daytona, mini Talladega, as some would say. So it went through a resurfacing in 2021, right after that fall race, and then it debuted again in the spring of 22. So some tracks that reminded me of Atlanta that are on schedule now that race similar to old Atlanta was Charlotte and Texas, but now it races in pack racing, like I said, with Daytona and Talladega. So some characteristics about the track: a steep corner, 28-degree banking. It's only 40 feet wide in the corners, which means racing is tight. And this track has produced some exciting finishes, like in the spring of 24, where Daniel Suarez won by 7 thousandths of a second while being 3 wide with Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. Go ahead.
It was this close of a finish.
Yeah.
I still remember that.
For sure. And then, like we said, this is the hometown track for Chase Elliott and Austin Hill. Chase Elliott has won here twice. Some other drivers that have won here is Joe Logano and William Byron. They both won here twice. And Toyota drivers, Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick.
So it caters to every manufacturer. Cool.
Yeah, for sure. So some predictions for this race. I would look for Chase Elliott being fast again, of course. Guys like Blaney, who really feels like he's due for a win there. It feels like he's always in the top 3, always getting a bunch of stage points and just not being able to put it together in the end. So,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
those are guys I'm looking out for. I'm also looking out for Reddick. I mean, he just won the race there in the spring.
Yep.
And Austin Hill, like, what a great chance to heal the sport and start some healing if he were to win this race in the renumbered 33 car. After
for sure.
25 years ago, Harvick did the same in the renumbered 29. Like,
Yep.
it would be history rewriting itself. And I'm just saying it right now. I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday, but keep an eye out on that.
Sounds good. So my winner is going to be William Byron. I think William Byron gets it done on Sunday night.
I could totally see that. I mean, he's due. That 24 and the 5 team, they're both due. So, and Byron's the better speedway racer. So,
It would just be the luck of the draw this season that the 24 team wins before the 5 team, which I couldn't be mad at that.
It's a strange year.
For sure. So, who is your pick to win this race?
Oh man, there's so many that I could go with. I'm gonna keep it in the Toyota camp though and go Christopher Bell. He finished second last week.
Yep.
He's a winner at Atlanta. He's my choice. I think
feels like that's
Gibbs
another
guy.
driver that's due.
I think he's the next Gibbs guy to just check that win box, and it's like,
yeah.
The way it's going, it's just I feel like he's due. So I'm going to pick the 20.
Sounds good. All right, so for the last segment of this episode of Calamity Corner, we're going to make in-season tournament predictions.
Oh, God.
So the matchups that we have is Bowman and Gilliland, Briscoe versus Chase Elliott, William Byron versus Ryan Blaney, and then Denny Hamlin versus Christopher Bell. I think we got 4 really great matchups on our hands.
Heading to chaos. Oh, man.
So give me Bowman over Gilliland, Chase Elliott over Chase Briscoe. Give me William Byron over Ryan Blaney, and Christopher Bell over Denny Hamlin.
I'm going to take Bell over Hamlin just with you. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Gilliland over Bowman just for the heck of it. I don't have any reasoning. Front row cars have been good on speedways, so not that Hendrick cars aren't, but that's basically what I'm going with. And then Hamlin, I already said Bell over Hamlin.
Yep.
Byron and Blaney. Ooh,
that's a great one. That might be the best one on the list.
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah, I'll take they both won speedway races. I'm gonna go Blaney. He's due for his second win. He's due for something. Ford needs something, so I'm gonna go Blaney in that. I don't feel great about it.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I don't feel great about that pick, but I wouldn't feel great about picking Byron either. It's a tough one. And then what's the last one?
Briscoe and Elliott.
Oh, God. I gotta go Elliott. It's his home track. I can't not take him. I mean, God dang.
He's just so good here, too.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter the configuration. He wins.
All right. So that'll do it for episode 8 of Calamity Corner. Again, I want to thank Kyle for taking time out of his day to come on and be on this podcast with me. It was great having you on. Great learning more about you. Because I don't believe we've met in person yet.
No, and crazy enough, we were in Vegas and we haven't met, but
maybe in October.
My website is napasportsnews.com. You can follow me on social media on Twitter at Napa Kyle and Napa Sports News, Instagram Napa Sports News, Kyle Foster Media, all this stuff. So yeah, and then before we get to Vegas in October, got to get through the high school stuff. So yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, make sure you guys go follow Kyle, and it was great having him on. Thank you, Kyle.
Appreciate the time, man.
Of course. All right, bye, guys. Thank you for listening to Calamity Corner Podcast. If you want to learn more about me or the podcast, follow me on Instagram at jamesc._.24.